My name is Lana Bogart, and I have been on ODSP for the last 6 years. I went from a middle-class lifestyle into abject poverty. And abject poverty is what happens in ODSP. If you try to live as I have on the rates that we get, you're basically living on about $50 a month if you have to pay market value rent, which I've had to do the whole time. The startup fund has been extremely important. I used it once when I got behind in hydro bills and I owed the electric company something like $400. There was no way I could ever get that together. So the startup fund covered it and later on put me on payments that they made for me for the electric company, which came out of the benefit that I would have gotten anyway, but it saved my neck at that time. Another time I've used the startup fund is actually quite recently because I had to move. Now, when you move, you have to pay moving costs, especially if you suffer from arthritis or fibromyalgia, as I do. It's very hard to do a lot of heavy lifting or any kind of movement. So consequently, I did have to pay someone. And also, when you move into a new place, there's always a deposit or first and last month's rent. When you're living on about $50 a week, that's an impossibility to get together. You just don't get that kind of a windfall. That's why I do not understand why they're thinking of cutting that back. People also use it when they're starting a new job and they need, for example, work boots or some specific clothing or just good-looking office wear that they can't afford to get. You don't get the whole fund, you only get what you have to spend. So it's not like there's any way you can really abuse it. But when they cut it, all these things will be gone. There's hundreds of things that this could be used for that won't be there anymore. Another thing, actually, I think that our rates should be higher. Our rates are well below poverty line. I would like to see them come up to at least the poverty level. I don't think that's too much to ask. For people who have probably contributed a lot through their lifetime, to be living below poverty level, I think is an insult. So please call your MPP, tell them that you're outraged with these cutbacks, tell them that the old DSP rates need to be raised for plain human pride, dignity, and justice. We're in Canada, which is a wealthy country, which certainly can afford to look after its sick and its poor. Thank you.